As the US Senate gets ready for an open hearing on mysterious aircrafts this week, United States General John Olson has urged for worldwide cooperation to address the issue. This is one of the first times that Space Force has been involved in this topic, as previously they've tried to distance themselves from these aircrafts. Mr. Olson serves as the Chief of Operations for the Space Force, a branch of the United States military with a primary focus on space defense. The scheduled hearing aims to discuss the rising worries regarding the increase in mysterious aircraft sightings, with a focus on informing a knowledgeable audience in a neutrally formal manner. General Olson stated that sharing information is beneficial, citing international aviation as an example. He emphasized that this presents an important opportunity. The high-ranking representative mentioned the global scope of unidentified object occurrences, with General Olson stating that collaborative efforts with various countries are necessary, as these events are not limited to the United States, but have occurred on a global scale. Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, who serves as the head of the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office at the Pentagon, will be delivering a speech at the hearing. Last month, a report authored by the defense chief suggested that these mysterious aircrafts could possibly be small probes that are released from a larger vehicle and visiting planets in our solar system. According to Mr. Kirkpatrick, an interstellar object created by humans could act as a main spacecraft that launches numerous smaller probes to Earth in a manner similar to NASA missions. What's interesting about this comment is that believers in the unknown have been saying this for decades, but they were ridiculed by officials who said that there's no proof of this, and that as of right now these objects are most likely balloons and everyday aircrafts. Those who've studied this topic have said that it's interesting how officials are starting to take these sightings more seriously, and noted that this has only been happening within the last few years. As humanity continues to explore and understand the universe around us, we have come to the realization that there may be other intelligent life forms out there. With the vastness of the cosmos and the possibility of other worlds, it is not hard to imagine that there could be other civilizations that have surpassed us in technological advancements. In fact, some scientists have theorized that these advanced civilizations could be sending probes across the universe to explore and study other planets. The concept of sending probes across the universe is not new. In fact, humans have been sending probes to other planets and moons in our own solar system for decades. However, the idea of other civilizations sending probes to other star systems has only recently gained popularity. The concept of interstellar probes was first proposed by physicist and mathematician Freeman Dyson in the 1960s. Dyson suggested that a sufficiently advanced civilization could build a swarm of self-replicating probes that could explore the galaxy at an incredible pace. The idea of interstellar probes has since been expanded upon by other scientists and researchers. One possibility is that an advanced civilization could use what is known as a von Neumann probe. Named after physicist John von Neumann, this type of probe would be designed to self-replicate, allowing it to spread across the universe rapidly. These probes would be equipped with artificial intelligence and advanced propulsion systems that could allow them to travel at incredible speeds. If advanced civilizations are sending probes across the universe, there are many reasons why they may be doing so. One possibility is that they are looking for other intelligent life forms. It is also possible that they are looking for resources or habitable planets to colonize. Some researchers have even proposed that these probes could be designed to spread life across the universe, acting as a sort of cosmic seed. The idea of advanced civilizations sending probes across the universe is both exciting and daunting. If these probes do exist, they could hold the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe and our place in it. However, they could also pose a threat to humanity, especially if they are designed with hostile intentions. Regardless, the search for interstellar probes and other signs of intelligent life continues, and with each new discovery, we get closer to understanding the vastness and complexity of the universe around us.
Hundreds of billions of galaxies in the universe. The Milky Way galaxy is undoubtedly the most famous galaxy. Its existence brings on the question just how many galaxies exist. Counting galaxies, the vast collection of stars that populate our universe, seems like an impossible feat. The first deterrent is simply how many there may be. Once we get to counting multiple billions of galaxies, the maths gets a little tricky. Another deterrent to finding the real number are the limitations of our instruments. In order to get a good view of space, a telescope needs to have an aperture about the diameter of the primary lens, and to avoid distortion from Earth's air, it must be located above the atmosphere. Despite the difficulty of counting galaxies, scientists have not been deterred. An example of astronomers attempting a count is how they used an image made from the combination of 10 years from the Hubble Space Telescope called Hubble Extreme Deep Field, or XDF. The telescope focused on a patch of sky for 50 days of repeated visits. Through many hours of collecting faint light, the XDF was able to detect thousands of galaxies, making it the most in-depth image of the universe ever taken at the time. The Hubble Space Telescope had been an incredible source of information for astronomers in its 19 years of shuttle missions. In its 5th year, astronomers pointed the telescope at a region called Ursa Major, and in just 10 days of observations, it found about 3,000 galaxies in one frame. Hubble was also pointed twice at a spot in the Fornax constellation and at a portion of the ultra-deep field. With each experiment, thousands of galaxies were detected. Due to the sheer number of galaxies detected in multiple small regions, Hubble revealed about 100 billion galaxies. However, some experts expect the number to increase to 200 billion once telescope technology improves. Giant black hole inside a tiny satellite galaxy of our Milky Way defies explanation. The Milky Way is our home, our little patch of space in which our solar system dwells. However, it is far from being the only galaxy near us. Seated at an estimated 820,000 light-years away from our very own green planet lies a tiny galaxy on the outskirts of the Milky Way. This galaxy, named Leo 1, is a dwarf galaxy that only spans the length of 2,000 light-years across, which, compared to most galaxies we know of, is surprisingly small. For example, our galaxy is about 100,000 light-years in length. Furthermore, until recently, it was widely speculated that the Leo 1 galaxy posed a mass of only 15 to 30 million times that of our Sun, which, in comparison to the Milky Way's 1.5 trillion suns in mass, is minuscule. Nevertheless, for a galaxy of its size, it holds a treasure or a curse, as in its center is a ravenous black hole. Maria Jose Bustamante, who is a graduate astronomer for the University of Texas, has claimed there is no explanation for this kind of black hole in dwarf spheroidal galaxies. As with the majority of such discoveries, it was a total chance finding. More often than not, scientific discoveries are made when no one is expecting or looking for them. Initially, the group of scientists were trying to research how much dark matter might reside in Leo 1 by using the Virus W observatory instrument at the McDonald Observatory belonging to the University of Texas with the Harlan telescope, which is 2.7 meters wide. The Virus W is specifically made to measure the motions of galaxies, constellations, and stars, particularly around the area of the Milky Way. By doing so and tracking these motions, the telescope is then able to estimate the amount of dark matter residing in that space. Of course, dark matter is not visible. It is an entirely invisible substance, and as such, the only reliable way of measuring its concentration in the universe is by going off the orbits of nearby stars. If a star is surrounded by a higher concentrate of dark matter, it will travel far faster across the night sky than if there is less dark matter. When the team of researchers used the telescope on Leo 1, what they uncovered baffled their minds. The galaxy lacked almost any dark matter, and yet, despite this, there was a black hole residing in its middle. Their computer models revealed that this black hole, all by itself, is worth at least the mass of 3 million suns. Our very own Sagittarius A star, which is the Milky Way's black hole, is only larger than this by a quarter. Carl Gebhardt, who is the University of Texas's astrophysicist, has stated, "You have a very small galaxy that is falling into the Milky Way, and its black hole is about as massive as the Milky Way's. The mass ratio is absolutely huge." asteroid named Elektra is found to have 3 companion moons. 200 years ago, astronomers discovered an asteroid in the vast night skies. Now, in the 21st century, we have finally identified and analysed it. And what we found is extraordinary. Elektra, known formally as 130 Elektra, is not just a mere lone asteroid. On the contrary, the asteroid is accompanied by 3 tiny moons of its own constantly travelling with the asteroid. These natural satellite moons are unlike anything we have ever witnessed before. In the words of Anthony Bordeaux of Thailand's National Astronomical Research Institute, Elektra is the first quadruple system ever detected. This new detection shows that dedicated data reduction and processing algorithms modelling the physics of the instruments can push their contrast limits further. Never before has an asteroid been found with so many companion moons, which poses the question of how many such asteroid systems exist out there in the vastness of the universe. Bordeaux also stated it will provide crucial information about planetary formation and evolution of our own solar system. It is not completely out of the realm of possibility for asteroids to have 1, maybe 2 small companion satellites, but spotting them is extremely rare precisely due to their stature. Only 150 out of 1,100,000 asteroids identified possess a recognized moon. Elektra is 160 miles across and was uncovered in 1873, travelling across Mars and Jupiter. It took 130 years to find its first moon in 2003, and dubbed S2003. S2014, as the name suggests, was found in 2014. The smaller the moon, the fainter its presence can be detected. S2014 was more than 15,000 times dimmer than Elektra, hence why it took so long to find it, as well as the recently found third moon, which has not yet been accurately nor properly measured. With the usage of the SPHERE instrument, Bordeaux's researchers utilised the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope, running it through data reduction programs. Because of this, they were able to remove cosmic background noise from the data. The data algorithms were able to assist the researchers in increasing the glow of the moons, which is how they managed to find Elektra's third moon. What we lack, however, is information as to how these systems were created. Cleopatra is an asteroid discovered a while back that we believe to be formed from the debris of another larger mass, be it a planet's moon or even perhaps a destroyed planet. At this current moment in time, it is unknown whether such things are common or not. The oldest known spiral galaxy was just detected. The oldest known spiral galaxy in the universe was just identified, and it was no thanks to some newfangled technology or fancy new telescope either. Rather, it was rediscovered in an old photo that had been taken by the Atacama Large Millimeter Submillimeter Array, or ALMA. The galaxy, which researchers named BRI 13350417, was formed approximately 12.4 billion years ago and is rendered in surprising detail in the photograph, which appears blurry and unremarkable at first glance. However, upon closer inspection, scientists were able to tell quite a lot about the unassuming little galaxy. For starters, it is 15,000 light-years in diameter, which is approximately 1/3 the size of our own Milky Way. Although this newly discovered galaxy is not technically the oldest galaxy on record, it does stand out as the oldest known spiral galaxy, having formed an estimated 1.4 billion years after the Big Bang that sparked the creation of our universe. Comparatively, the oldest known galaxy is GN-Z11, which formed about 400 million years after the Big Bang. Although it might seem like a bad thing that the ALMA image of this galaxy is blurry, it actually appears this way because the image was created by capturing radio emissions from carbon ions versus the visible light photographs that we are used to. And although this method allows us to see the galaxy in the first place, as visible light would likely not be able to travel far enough to be captured accurately in an image, it does mean that there is even more to the galaxy that we simply cannot see. This is an exciting possibility, especially considering that, even only looking at what is visible in the image, BRI 1350417 was clearly a huge galaxy for the time period in which it was formed. It is also exceptionally dense, likely containing just as much mass as the Milky Way, even though it is only 1/3 of the size. Astronomers hypothesize that this density could have come as a result of a collision between two galaxies, which eventually formed this small, dense spiral galaxy fairly early on in the history of the universe. Essentially, this galaxy is incredibly exciting for researchers attempting to uncover the complex processes that led from the initial Big Bang to the creation of the universe as we now know it. It seems that this newly discovered spiral galaxy could be a major stepping stone in our knowledge for how galaxies formed in the wake of the Big Bang, as well as the process of galaxy transformation in general over time, which has largely remained a mystery to researchers. Additionally, of the galaxies that can be seen in the universe, spiral galaxies make up over 70%, so having such an early example of a spiral galaxy is extremely exciting to researchers who cannot wait to see what this discovery has in store for our continued knowledge. But what do you make of these recent discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.